Okay, today I'm doing Stalingrad. This is one of the harder missions of Nightmare Barbarossa. I wouldn't say it's the hardest, I'm not really sure which one was the hardest. You get that lovely Stuka down there. Kona absolutely crushes it in this mission. Just annihilates. I mean, watch this. They just disappear. And I think you get maybe 4 attacks with it as well. Absolutely insane, the number of attacks you get. But I mean, he just almost wiped all that whole army out. But no, yeah, very fun mission. I like that they've made these a bit more difficult. I remember a very long time ago, over a year ago, I would be struggling on Stalingrad. Nowadays I only slightly struggle on the Nightmare mode when I'm using restricted units. However, this mission actually didn't go too badly, so it was all good. I did do a couple of retakes to use lower elite level forces, but apart from that it was all sound. I also noticed we had an engineer. I didn't really pay the engineer too much attention. I mean, I know engineers are good, but I just don't care. Like, I'm just not going to use them. I mean, I understand when they're like level 12 maybe, but if you're struggling, sure, use the engineer, but for me, I just didn't need to use them. So that was that. Anyway, we took Luhansk, just outside of Stalingrad, very early on. I feel like you should definitely try and make it a round 1 target, especially when you've got this walking artillery. Makes it a lot easier. I think I might put an elite force down in a second. Can't quite remember what I do, to be honest. I do put my eco gens down because I will be using some air force later on. You can cheese it a little bit. There's also ways of sort of tampering with where generals are stood by using paratroops, making them move off of cities. I'll do a little bit of that later on. I put my Ratskov down on the engineers, but I really don't remember if I even used them that much. Anyway, yeah, you need to make sure you send a general down here, just to deal with this little cluster that tries to come up, otherwise they will take over some of the cities like Donetsk. It's definitely an important part of the mission, because when I first did it as a practice, I actually just didn't realise they were quite strong, so I didn't really set anything too strong over there, and then it became a little bit too much, unfortunately. But the game actually have retries. If you ever lose a bunch of generals in the mission and you want to have them back, just restart the mission, don't let it end, just restart it rather than completing it, because if you lose all your best generals, then there's really no point in just advancing, because you won't have to do the next one. So yeah, I actually ended up not losing a single general throughout this Nightmare mode, which I'm quite proud of. I mean, it wasn't that difficult, but still I'm happy that I didn't lose any. I think if I was to lose one, this was probably the most likely mission for it. I mean, I didn't really care by the time I was at Moscow if a general died. Obviously I wouldn't let a general just die on purpose, but I wasn't too bothered about keeping them safe. Yeah, we got rid of Rokossovsky there, he's one of the stronger ones. And Konev is obviously just going to continue crushing everyone. Light work for him. But yeah, anyway, I've seen people saying, oh, when are you going to do like Conquest again, and other videos. I'm just a bit swamped at the minute with all the World Conqueror 4 content. It's sort of just all come at once, really, with all the new operations and stuff. I definitely plan on doing the North Atlantic straight after this, and then hopefully getting some conquests out. There will be another brief period where I'm on holiday, and the number of videos will either just be reduced fully, or I won't be able to give any commentary. I'm going on a cruise, so I'll be very busy. I won't really have much time for this, but I'll try and get some videos out, even if it's minimal. I definitely make sure to always do the history retros because they don't come back around again. Any events I will also try and do, but the likely outcome is there'll be no commentary for them. It'll just be flat out gameplay. But that's around a month away, so it's not too soon. I put the bunkers around that fortress. I'm not sure if you're meant to do that. I do it anyway, but it might not be a necessity to do. Anyways, I've mostly explained my ideas for this mission. I don't really think I need to go too much more in depth with it. Just obviously don't send any sort of weak general towards Stalingrad. You can send all of them towards it and overhaul them if you want, but I think the Stuka's just good enough to deal with Stalingrad mostly. Just make sure you target the medics as well, because if you don't get rid of the medics first, then you're just not going to get rid of any of them. You'll see what happens anyway. But I appreciate everyone that's been watching these videos, liking them and commenting, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.